How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to CyberDemon Gaming. My name is Matt, and we're once again playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, the KFC Dating Simulator. Now, where we left off last time was, well, Ashley was trying to move in on our man, Colonel Sanders, but we've had a moment. We made mashed potatoes together with thick, creamy gravy, and we were holding a spork to where time stopped. Well, we're gonna find out what happens next. So let's not gild the lily any longer and just jump back into it. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face.
Van, do something! Do something!
Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Maximus. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. You throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat from wherever it lands.
Can I have potatoes, face?
There's something wrong with that kid. Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. What the living hell is that? Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my speciality. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors.
You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have to fight. You're all gone against me.
An interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the battle axe. I'm not going to say plate, it was a battle axe. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven.
I don't feel so good.
It killed him! It killed him! Everyone, step back! Don't take another bite! When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped into Pop's mouth. There's something wrong with that boy. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Okay. He's like poison.
The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moment. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. There's something wrong with that boy. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here.
Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all of his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. You know, the dying student. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What? Like, for real? Oh, come on.
You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. That poor kid. No one cares he's a ghost. At night, the school building has taken another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. And we just did encounter a ghost. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today? Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way you find inspiring. I can tell you all, from personal experience, this is not the time for this, but I'll read it anyway. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Madamus? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. Thank God. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world had ever seen.
Sounds right.
And every day since, I have been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also, lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. What the fuck are they talking about? You... Shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that! I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. What? Wow. Huh? Oh, God. What the fuck is this?
The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero.
I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level?
Be afraid. Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster. See?
Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence! What will you do? Are you fucking kidding me? What? What? Alright, we're gonna attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. That's gross. You take 1 damage. How much hit points do we have? Alright. We'll defend this time. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure, you do you. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I guess we'll attack this time. You decide to go on the attack. What attack will you use? We will continue to cook with love. It does 1 damage. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. This is so fucking stupid. Spork Monster uses utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Alright, we're gonna defend. We decide to defend. What defense will you use? Oh, we can buff up, or use trepidation. We're gonna buff up. No one can control this much buffness. You start to feel bloated and, quite frankly, a little gassy. You better attack soon, or you're likely to explode. You decide to go on the attack. Chow down. Alright, we're gonna chow down. Chow down does 2 damage. A powerful blow. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. Ew. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares to use its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge! Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. That's a lot of chickens. His shirt flew open for no fucking reason. Power pinch. I never thought I would have to say that word. Those words together. But I did. And I have to say it again. Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy and finish him, or spare this wretched beast. Spare the beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he's still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Begone, beast! And don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. That's foreshadowing.
I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said.
The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. What is this game? It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover, because of course it is. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Yep, Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. Hey now. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. That is a chicken statue. That is a chicken poster right there. That is something. Look,
it is.
K-pop. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Oh, God. Good night, my colonel. And there are Z's everywhere. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Yes, they are. What the fuck? The ghost. There's hearts. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own.
Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Pop.
There's something wrong with that boy. Like him? Like?
I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3?
Only 3? That's impressive.
Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats just because he put a hat on one time and thought it looked cool.
Alright. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy. Like I am with Colonel Sanders.
You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now?
We definitely connected yesterday.
Sure you did. Why wouldn't he be into you? You're great, I guess.
Thanks. That's motivational. Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea of how to prove that... You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up.
A secret ingredient?
Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic... Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing.
So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering.
This can't be good.
He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own.
This is going places. Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. So nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted.
Miriam, I think you're a mule. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here.
Whatever. Anyhow, we both show an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone.
Please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders.
What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Well, it's a secret. It is a secret ingredient. There are secret ingredients to the food that I make that I don't like telling, so I know for a fact we're just gonna make up a fake ingredient. I mean, she made pot brownies, so I think she's fine. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do?
Eye of Newt? Wow!
Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. I have a feeling we're wrong. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in, cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders, arriving at school on a horse! Do we stand back and admire his majestic glory, or do we run to him while he's on the horse? Apparently, just flipped a coin. We're gonna stand back and admire his majestic glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty, and the fact that he rode it to school is, interesting. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. 'Cause that's what you do. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. He still has that chicken staff. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it! That's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you.
Oh, Madamus just gets really nervous around people they like.
What? That is not helping.
I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night? It was gruesome. You should have seen it.
She gives him a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. Or at least you, after you strangle Miriam. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals. Ashley and Van Van are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. And you're going to have to wait until next time to find out what they're really doing, because that is all the time I have for this episode of I Love You, Colonel Sanders, and this ridiculous game that had a turn-based fight with a spork monster in the middle of it. So if you like what you've been seeing, well, just tune in for the next one and we can see what's really going on. So my name is Matt for CyberDemon Gaming, and I hope to see you in the next video.